our spirit? What is it? Where does it go? Are we able to see them using our mind's eye? If so, just what can spirit teach us? Welcome to School Through Spirit. Host DeEtte Ranae is a certified psychic medium and master teacher of psychic and mediumship development through LWISSD. DeEtte was born knowing spirit and now is here to help you better understand the spirit world. And now your host, DeEtte Ranae.
Good Monday morning, everybody. This is DeEtte here, School Through Spirit with the Edge Network. Coming to you every Monday morning, just bring a little bit more spiritual awareness into everyday life. Sometimes just growing along with you. It's just kind of how we do this, huh? It's how we do this. Sorry, guys. I am trying to paste. That's just not working. Don't even know why. Here we go. So just doing our thing each week as we do, we all learn and we all grow as we go. As I learn more, as I grow, I share that with you. Again, just to make life a little bit more understandable. Because, let's be real. Life is not necessarily always easy. And sometimes if we have that little bit of a angle on it, a little bit of help, a little bit of guidance, a little bit of just what the heck is going on, and possibly an answer that might resonate with you. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. So good morning, Tim, and good morning, Keith. As you know, the top of the hour, we always talk about something with spiritual awareness. I go to Neil Donald Walsch. Why? Because I love Neil Donald Walsch. He was a man before his time. And unfortunately, so many people have forgotten about him or don't know about him. They really need to. I do love him. I'm also starting to learn a lot from Chris Fleming, which is in our time. It's just so much information. But the second part of the hour, we do our 5-card stud, of which every week I do highlight a different deck that's been sent to me. This one, you know what? This one, I talked about it and I admitted my fear of it. And I've had an excuse for the last 2 or 3 shows not to do it, even though it's been the next deck to do, because Adeline's been here, Dawson's been here, whatever's been here. So here it is this week. Here it is. Okay. This is the original Petit Etteilla. Etteilla, I think I'm pronouncing that correct. The Cartomancer's Guide to Divination. The new translation of Etteilla's, the only true way to draw the cards, from 1773. Oh, I love that, Keith. I love that. So why does this scare me? Why? Because this is based on the original way to draw cards in the original tarot deck. And it was before it was tarot or tarot. People read regular playing cards. You had the 2 through the ace. You had the 4 suits. All the cards meant something. This is a true art form. And I cannot express people enough that the tarot or tarot, whichever way you want to pronounce it, it came from this. It really is it's the next step of the original playing cards, or the original divination cards. And again, the divination cards started with, quite frankly, just a regular deck of playing cards, whether you're playing cribbage or playing euchre or, war, whatever. That's where they came from. Each suit had a meaning. Each card in those suits had a meaning. They were all there. They did not have the major arcana. They had the minor arcana. They didn't have all the extra fluff. The major arcana was added as fluff later. Somebody took the original and thought, let's make it a little bit bigger. And they made the major arcana and they added pictures and all that beautiful stuff. But this is where it comes from. Which is so cool. And I do read tarot cards. Am I proficient? Not like, no. I do it. Can I do it just It's just Why? Because I put a ton of time into reading tarot cards. And I'm still nothing, not even close to what some people are with these things, because I will tell you what, they are, especially when you get somebody like Anae. And I don't know if you remember Anae, you can still find her, go to YouTube, or not YouTube or TikTok, Anae, Onae. That woman is a tarot reading fool. She is a second generation, I believe, tarot card reader. She throws in astrology. She does literally what the deck was made for, and she's a freaking genius at it. So if you ever want to see somebody run the cards, now also, just so you know, spreads came later also. Just saying. So as people read the cards and more people added, just like anything, they added more, they did more. But Ani, I believe, does it the original. She picks up card, throws it down, throws it down, throws it down, throws it down. There's really not a position. There's a pile, and it's amazing. So this is a deck we're gonna look at today. I just need to get him off the deck. So I've had these what feels like forever, and terrified. So thank you, Keith. So this is today's deck. Again, nervous. There's your little bit of a history lesson. Now, if this deck proves to be exactly what I think it's going to be, we might do a whole show on the deck. Not promising. We'll see how it works. But if it does, that's what we'll do. So let's go to my book. What are we going to read about? Oh, I love this. It feels a little lighter today. It says, let's read the page. Not a whole lot there. Not a whole lot, but sometimes not a whole lot really gives us a ton of stuff. Okay, so thank you, Keith. Hi, Juanita. Hello. Hopefully I said it right, because I don't have my glasses on. So it says, genuine appreciation for all of life is what honors the process of God has created. This is not a religious show, just so you guys know. So do not call any creation unholy, for I have created nothing disdainful, and as yours Shakespeare said, nothing is evil, at least thinking make it so. Oh my gosh, I love that. Thank you. I love that. This is super simple. It's kind of like, we talked about it. Matter of fact, I just brought this up not that long ago to somebody. Something is only bad if somebody else puts a thought process to something being bad. Okay. We have discussions in our home, and we're always correcting each other. Each one of us always correcting each other. And we don't even take hardship on it. Why? Because, we will look at one of the children and say, oh my God, they're going to be so afraid. How do you know? Did you tell them to be afraid? Did they express to you they were going to be afraid? Why would they think they're fearful of it? When you tell somebody how to feel, or you tell something it's good or bad, that's when it becomes good or bad. Okay, that's when it comes good or bad. And this is not about laws, guys. This is not about laws. This is not about morality. Okay, that stuff will come naturally. Believe it or not, it will come naturally. Because you can look at any child and ask them, what's that feel like? Did it feel good? Did it feel bad? How did it feel to you? And they will express it to you. Now, what they feel there is. Now, when you sit down with a child and explain to them all the reasons why in the world there's evil, or all the reasons in the world something is naughty, guess what? It now takes on a whole life of itself. Allowing somebody to come to their own terms of that really makes a big difference. And I know all the parents out there, all the society is going to go, oh my gosh, we can't do that. Society would go crazy. Well, no, it really wouldn't. Why? Because if you really think about it, 95% of the people out there feel on themselves how something's going to feel, if they should or shouldn't do it. And they really don't need they don't need to have somebody look at them and say, it's bad to murder people. They don't need it. They don't need somebody to look at them and say, that's evil or that's bad. Because inside their body, they're going, I don't really want to do this. This doesn't feel good. It becomes a natural thing. And that's really just an extreme of it. But look at everything. Okay. Now, I love to refer back to the book, The Afterlife of Billy Fingers. I love to refer back to that book when we talk about stuff like this. Okay. Now that book is not a fictional book, just so you know. It's a non-fictional book. If anybody wants to go look at it, it's non-fictional. It's an amazing book. I can put it, you know what, while I'm talking here, I will put it in the comments so everybody knows what I'm talking about. Billy Fingers. So basically, this book is written by Annie Kagan. Okay, Annie Kagan. Okay. And it's this amazing, I'm going to do a share link or however I'm supposed to do this in life. Sorry, guys. So for anybody that is on Facebook watching me, you'll be able to see the link in the comments. If YouTube, all that wonderful stuff, I'm going to put it also in the Instagram in case anybody pops in and goes, oh my God, what are you talking about yet? Here's the name of the book. You can go straight to YouTube if you want and grab it there. But, oh my God, it's saying error. I am so sorry. Hopefully some of you guys got it. And wherever you're listening to, if you have not, looks like Juanita, you might have got it. Awesome. So anyway, when we're looking at this and we're going here, okay, this book is about a gentleman who lived his life where most of society would say, oh my God, it's an awful way to live. Awful way to live. Partying and womanizing and running amok and never really having a real job or, regular job and just running rampant. Anything that society would say is just against all morale is what this guy did. Okay. I know a few people in my life that have been like that. And they are just doing whatever they want. And they're not thinking about anybody but themselves. Okay. Quite frankly, that's what it appears to be. And just like anybody else or any other family, and I hate to say it that way, but most families will look at it that way. This guy was told basically not to come around. This guy was, the family kind of looked down on him. He wasn't a good member of society. He drank and he partied and he had too many girlfriends and he was always doing something he shouldn't be doing. He didn't do the whole college and CEO of a company or whatever. He didn't do what would make a family proud. And the family always knew that eventually they just get the call he died. And they did. They eventually got the call that he died. Okay. And they didn't necessarily have the best words about it or best feelings about it. Why? Because, again, in society, he was not considered the best product of a family. Now, after he died, he came back to his sister and started having conversations with his sister. Now, his sister wasn't a medium. And his sister had nothing to do with the metaphysical world. So this is not like she went, oh, let's conjure something in my brain. And it took her a hot minute to accept the fact that he was coming through. It was him talking. And they ended up writing a book together. And that's the book, The Afterlife of Billy Fingers. And they talk about not just his existence in the afterlife, but they also talk about his time on Earth. Now, his time here does not come with a bunch of apologies. It does not come with, oh my God, I'm sorry, it was this, that, and the other. It comes with explanations. Explanations. Now, Billy never really hurt anybody. And the people that thought they were hurt are the ones that put their expectations on him for what they wanted him to do, not what he wanted to do. Okay? And the weird thing is here he is, this guy that had this existence while he was here that most people would look down on. Excuse me. But on the other side, the soul side, he had growth. He had tons of growth. Why? Because he wasn't going around hurting anybody. He wasn't going around trying to be something he wasn't. He was going around having experiences. He was loving people. He wasn't fighting. He was in a great mood. He was treating everybody really good. And he was doing everything right. He was doing everything right. He wasn't trying to be better than something else. He was just trying to be him. And through the love, because love is really what we're here about. I mean, I know that sounds so cliche and it just sounds blah, blah, blah. But trust me, when I tell you this life and why you're here is about experiences and it's about love. And it's not about hatred and anger and fighting and brutality or war or trying to get one up on somebody else. It's not about your possessions, because trust me, you cannot take your possessions with you. I've talked to a lot of dead people, and not one of them ever said they took $1 with them, or even their best clothes. They leave it with the body. But what they do take with them is their experiences, and they take with them their love, and they take with them how they treated other people and how they were treated. And that's what a lot of this book is about, because when you are a better person, when you do not look at, I need to compare myself to the next door neighbor, all of a sudden you might start making better choices. Sorry to tell you, we make bad choices when we try to compare ourselves to somebody else, when we try to, get in this weird competition. Why? Because we start to act different. We start to put our own thoughts on other people. We start to project ourselves onto other people. And that's not right. I will tell you, I'm not trying to give you a lecture from this side, but when we start telling somebody else what's right and what's wrong, or how they should feel or not feel about something, or how we are going to try to be better than somebody else, we really go down a bad road. Just saying. Okay? And I know you're all going, well, what's this have to do with life? What's it have to do with life? Well, it's a big one, because we've talked so many times that in order to create a life that you want, you have to create it from a place of being now. Of now. How do you feel now? What are you experiencing now? It's not about what I want to have later, but what am I experiencing now? If I want to be wealthy, I have to feel wealthy today. If I want to be happy, I have to feel happy today. And I can't put wealth and happiness in the same category. Why? Because quite frankly, wealth will never make you happy. I mean, once you have it, you might be happy, but it's not going to make you happy. You have to be happy before you get it. Does that make sense? And I know it sounds really kind of weird, but if you're ever in the frame of mind, okay, if somebody's ever told you you have to work really hard for your money, you're probably not going to be overly wealthy unless you work really, really hard. And then you're always going to put a price tag on the worth of what you're working hard for. So it's going to take you out of the running for really getting wealthy. Okay? Because as soon as you go, well, what I'm doing is worth a ton of money, somebody's going to look at you, well, you're egotistical, you're this and that. And now they're projecting, again, another feeling, a thought onto you, which is going to kind of backtrack you. If you ever thought that money was the root of all evil, even if you change that saying, you really have to get that feeling out of your system. Why? Because, again, something has been put into you that something's evil, something's wrong, when it's not. Money is just a bartering system. That's really all. It's a bartering system. It's you want more chickens, you go buy a chicken and you buy yourself a rooster. And what are you going to get? You're going to get more chickens. And you don't have to do anything. They just show up. And they show up in hordes. It's that simple. You want chickens and you only got $3 to your name, go get them on the clearance rack. I know it sounds really weird, but literally go to Farm Fleet or wherever you get your chickens from and get a couple of chickens. Might take you a few years, might take you the first year. You know what? You have one that lays a bunch of eggs and you put those into an incubator. Guess what? You're gonna quadruple your chickens. And you didn't have to do anything other than to get the first two. They just come naturally. And you easily will believe that. Why? Because you see it so. Money is the same way. Everything in life is the same way. If you think about it, think about this. You want more chickens. You just go, oh my God, I'm going to get the first two. Oh my God, I can't wait. I can see all the chickens running around. I'm going to be so happy because I have chickens and they're all over the place. And oh my gosh, all of a sudden I got too many chickens, and then I can sell the chickens, or I can chop their heads off and have chicken dinner, or whatever it might be. Or I'm going to have tons of eggs to sell. And you see it in your mind and you're so happy for the feeling of something that hasn't even showed up yet. But it happens. And you did nothing to make it happen other than to get the first two, to make it, to start the process. Money's the same way. take $2 and you rub it together and you put it in your wallet. You think about all the ways, all the things you'll do and all the happiness and blah, blah, blah. It's not making you happy. You're already happy. But you're taking the process out of it that says you can't do it. You're taking the process of all the beliefs that have been told you about money and throwing them out the window. And quite honestly, the things we've been told is what stops us in life from so many things. It stops us from having this life I talk to you guys about all the time. Trust me, guys, I'm in the same boat, but I am every day learning a little bit more and growing a little bit more and experiencing a little more to understand it, to experience it, to live with it every single day. Exactly, Juanita. That's exactly it. But you have to believe in it before it comes. Does that make sense? It's really hard. You have to take off all the belief systems about abundance. Now, the word abundance, we always put that with money. Well, not always. Most people put abundance with money. What is abundance? To me, this is what abundance is. Abundance is, for me, is never having to worry about it, money. Never having to worry about money. And never having to worry about anything coming to me. And knowing that everything I ever want, need, or desire comes to me freely, easily, in a way that I don't have to do a lot of effort. And that there's nothing bad about that. Now, I say those terms. I say those. Okay? What can hamper that? What is wrong with, I want a bike. I want a bike, a new to me bike. What's wrong if I go by someplace, say a yard sale, and I'm just cruising the yard sale, and all of a sudden there's this bike here, and somebody's like, I don't want it. I'm sick and tired. So many people looked at it and haven't even touched it. It's giving me anxiety. Why don't you just take it? Are you serious? Yeah, just take it. Are you sure? It says like $30. Take it. Thank you. I appreciate you. And you put it in. Now, is there something wrong with that transaction? Am I a freeloader because I went to intentionally buy something and they said, just take the darn thing? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Is it bad that, say, you really need, my mother, God bless her heart, when she lived away from us, anytime that she needed something for one of us, or she felt we needed something and she didn't have much money, she would take $5 into the casino, and she put that $5 in. And I will tell you what, the money she needed for us always popped out. Is it bad that she got it that way? I don't think so, but somebody else might deem it that way. And that's what stops abundance. Abundance stops. Why? Because when things start showing up, gifts, freebies, a check in the mail, walking by and seeing money and just picking it up, people deem that negative. People put a negative viewpoint on it, a negative twist. And then we start to go down the negative trail, and then we start to immediately push it away from us. And that's what stops most things in life from us, is literally our belief system. Our belief system. Now, again, this is not go kill somebody to get their inheritance, because that you will naturally feel awful about. I don't need to tell you that's negative. You will feel negative. You will feel like, oh my gosh, that's not why I'm here. I'm not here to take somebody's life. I'm here to love that person. Now, what if you love that person unconditionally? Accept them. All of a sudden, boom, whenever they do pass away, maybe they leave you everything. Who knows? It's leaving the other side of the door open for however it's going to come to you and not putting a belief on it. That's how we stop our beliefs. That's how we stop life happening. That's how we keep ourselves in where we're at. Now, it's so funny because I've said this before, and sometimes it's really hard to wrap my head around it. Now, you always use money. Why? Because it's the one thing we all seem to want. But you talk to any millionaire, you talk to anybody that's got more money than, Carter had liver pills. How'd you get your money? They'll look at you and go, never thought about money. What? They never thought about money. They didn't care about the money. It was a number. That's all it was. It wasn't a dollar in their pocket. It wasn't something to go buy a house with, it's a number. That's it. They don't worry about it. They don't think about it that way. When they buy a house or a car or a yacht, they don't look at it as, oh my gosh, I have to work really hard to get this. Because to them, it's numbers, it's investments, it's a game, it's a tool. And they don't look at everything else. People that don't have money look at money like, oh my God, I have to have the money to buy all my stuff. People with money don't look at it that way. They don't put a belief into it. They don't put good, they don't put bad on. They look at numbers. It's just a number. It's a bartery. That's it. You ask anybody that's grown followers, how'd you do it? I don't know. They'll tell you they didn't know. They have no clue how that video went viral. They have no clue how they built that. They don't know what happened. But a lot of times they weren't even trying. They put it themselves into a certain place. I love that, Juanita. I love that. I love that. So start to change your belief systems, guys. Start to change your viewpoints on things. Just start really sitting in a space that you're sending love out. And I know it sounds cheesy, but you're sending love out. You're sending gratification out. You're sending appreciation out. And stop looking at things as being positive or negative, good or bad. Start putting so much stress on yourself and allow it to start happening for you. Allow the floodgates to open up. Take the blocks out that says you're not worthy or you can't have it. And then watch it start to come to you. Start to live your life in grace, appreciation, love, and see what comes to you. And the next time you start to tell somebody else how you do or don't feel about something that you think is right or wrong, close your mouth. Close it. You're going to start to realize that you are part of the problem and not part of a solution in somebody else's life. Because your thoughts and feelings should have nothing to do with how somebody else believes something should or should not be. That's it. So, with that, we're going to take a quick station break. And when we come back, we're going to do our 5-card stud, guys. I will see you in a few here on School Through Spirit with the Edge Network.
Is your space aligned with your dreams? Do you feel inspired when you walk in the door? Carol Hyder can help you create a space that you love, where you thrive, and where you always want to be. Using her 29 years of experience as a feng shui consultant, teacher, author, and trainer, she can help you bring forth the inspired essence of your home or office, making a place where you feel whole and safe. Learn the specific feng shui adjustments that Carol has seen as the most important, such as determining which room in your home should be your favorite, why your stove may be affecting your health, and why your office may be holding you back. Contact Carol at 612-823-5093 or carolhyder.com to discuss the specifics with a personal appointment. By elevating the energy of your space, it becomes sacred and you will be forever changed. Contact Carol at Carol Hyder, that's CarolEhyder.com. Elevate your consciousness with each issue of the Edge magazine delivered straight to your doorstep. Immerse yourself in a community of curious teachers and seekers dedicated to the collective growth and understanding. Each glossy edition is a portal to expand awareness, featuring the latest in metaphysical and holistic products, services, events, and books. Let our engaging articles and comprehensive practitioner directory guide you on your journey towards higher consciousness. With every issue, raise your vibration and deepen your connection to the universe, one enlightening read at a time. Subscribe today at edgemagazine.net/subscribe and embark on a transformative exploration here, there, and everywhere.
Hey everybody, welcome back here. School Through Spirit with the Edge Network, coming to you with our 5-card stud. Yes, we are finally opening this. Deck. I know how magical this is going to be. I know, but this is pushing my out of my comfort zone. I already know it. I can feel it. I'm like, oh my God, comfort zone. So here's the front of it. See it? Okay, let me read the back. It says, hopefully I pronounce this correct. Etteilla is the pseudonym of Jean Bastille, known to divination devotees as the father of cartomancy. His 1770 manual, revised in 1773, under the title Le Seul Manuel de les Cartes. I totally massacred that. Was the first book on how to divine from playing cards, and it remains the basis for many cartomanic decks and tarots today. Now, for the first time, Etteilla's manual is available in English. Oh my God, I love that. This deck and the guidebook gives readers a set of Petit Etteilla's cards and a fully anonymized, I can't read it all, translation of his text. The book explores how the deck and interpretive methods serve as a foundation for decks to follow, including the Lenormand and the Rider-Waite-Smith decks. Decks will learn each other's meanings, both upright and reverse, and the significance of each card's placement in a spread. In the system, each card's meaning and associated words are printed on the card, allowing readers the freedom to use intuition instead of memorizing the meaning of each card. I love that. The result is an innovative system that offers a highly personalized method for reading. Readers will also learn how to make their own decks to further personalize their connection with the method. This book offers 8 spreads devised by Etteilla with variations of each, along with commentary, case studies, and practices to enrich your understanding. This is by Caitlin Matthews, and the artist is Rebecca Barrell. Now, and this is a Destiny Books. Sorry, guys. Did not have my glasses on, so words are like fuzzy to me. Words are a little fuzzy, and trying to read the words sometimes get a little weird. So, okay, we're going to do this. So how do we do 5-card stud? I do think I'm going to... Oh, I got the box. Oh, that's awesome. First, this is a big old book. Fucking awesome. Big book, little cards. That's awesome. So I would not have expected that. So the book is a manual. Oh my gosh. It is a big old manual, guys. It is a huge, and it's a manual. I love this. It tells about what all the cards are. This is a really in-depth. No wonder why I've been fearful of this. Inside this book is all about it's all the ways to read it, the 8 different spreads in depth. This book is about learning. Does it have each card and what the card represents? Yes, it does. Okay. So much information. I'll tell you what, without even reading the cards, I'm going to tell you this book has got a lot in it. But if you are a person that just literally goes, hey, I want to learn how to read these in depth, this is the book for you. It really is. And I will tell you what, any reader that is going to be throwing down these at an event, playing cards, I'm going to go sit with them. Why? Because I'm going to know they're a master of their craft. I'm going to know it without a doubt. So little cards, I would say no pictures other than the playing deck pictures. It does have a lot of words on there. It literally has, I don't understand this. It's got like straight up what it means, reverse what it means, It also has words all over the card. So I'm not going to try to go the words all over the card because I honestly think that's more about what's in the book. So we're going to kind of keep this simple, okay? Again, guys, I've never read a deck like this ever. And I think that's part of mine. Like, I don't want to look a fool here, but my life lately has been about pushing myself out of my comfort zone, pushing myself and doing things that I've never done before to see what it means. How can I be one step better than I was before? So this deck is all about that. It really is all about that. And I love the fact that it's here. I love the fact it showed up. It has terrified me. It has terrified me. So let's see if we don't look like a fool. So 5 card stud. What is this? 5 card stud is where I'm going to pick 5 cards individually. I'm going to read those cards individually as individual readings. Then when I'm done with the 5 individual readings, I'm going to look at all of them as a whole and put them together in one big reading in the end. Now, you can essentially get 6 readings. So, right off the bat, pick a number. What's the first number that pops in your head? That's going to be your number for guidance throughout the week. With that, you can pick 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick all the cards. I don't care. It's up to you. I am not going to tell you right, wrong, how to pick your numbers. If you're really brave, you can have multiple situations and you can put a number down next to each situation. And each one is going to give you a little bit of guidance to deal with all those little things. Okay. So let's do this. Let's do this. I'm feeling a little bit more brave. Maybe. So card number 1 is the 7 of Hearts. And to me, the way I'm looking at it is it's upside down. Okay. Upside down. I would think this would be right side up. I'm going to look at this as upside down. But the cool thing is the way I'm looking at it, it literally gives me what to read at the top. That's where it gives me what to read. So desire and wishes. Desires and wishes. Also gives me a little bit more under there. Hypocrisy, pretending, peace, reconciliation, and deaths. Honestly, I think that's where it's in the spread. What number of the spread it comes through. Okay. I think that's how it gives it that. If I'm doing, say, a 10 card spread or a 30 card spread, that's going to tell me if it's this number in the spread, this is what it means. Does that make sense? But by itself, it means desires and wishes. Desires and wishes. And if you pick card number 1 in your head, you were really looking at that. You're in that fantasy part. You're not even quite to the make it into reality. You're in this. This is what I want. This is what I'm desiring. This is what I'm fantasying about. This is what my ultimate wish is that happens. And you're in the right place. Why? Because that's where really every creation has started, is in that first thought process of this is what I want. This is what I'm dreaming of. This is, that's the goal. That's the good stuff. And this is where you're at in it. So whatever project, whatever situation is in your life, wherever you're at in life, that you're starting on the right stop. And it's telling you to do it. If you're not doing it yet, start doing it. Start fantasizing about that future. Start looking what tomorrow's going to come. Okay, because that's how creation starts. So that's card number 7 in the reverse position. Card number 2 is the Jack of Clubs. Jack of Clubs. Now I think it's funny because it says the brown-haired boy. It's in the second position if I would read it that way, although don't really want to do that. I want to look more like, what the heck is the brown-haired boy? What is the brown-haired boy? Now, we could just blow this off and say, okay, the brown-haired boy is what's going to help you in life. But honestly, I'm thinking it's more looking towards intelligence. It's more looking into that wisdom. There's somebody that is going to be coming in giving you wisdom. Okay. Now, do we get the description? The description is going to be brown hair. They're going to have brown hair. Okay, that's a no-brainer there. But it's more somebody coming in and giving some wisdom. Okay, they're going to be fun. It's going to be a person that you're kind of going, yeah, not so much. I'm not going to pay attention to this person. Why? Because they're that Jack. They are that, they're kind of like the Queen's Guard with that. Doesn't have their horse type of thing, but they're going to have fun. They're going to be remarkable. They're going to be protective, but they're going to be lighthearted. Okay. And they're going to come in, they're going to have wisdom for you. They're going to have guidance. And it's not going to come in the form of wisdom or guidance, because this is not a person you would normally go, oh my gosh, here we go. That's my sought out person. But listen to what they have to say. Listen to what as coming out their mouth or their actions. Why? Because that is what you need to be able to move forward. That is the solution to the problem. And it's not even going to come in the form that I have to ask this person. They're just going to naturally present it to you. I know that one's kind of hard to look at, isn't it? Like, really? Yeah. That's kind of like an oracle reading there. The next one, Ace in reverse, and it says pregnant. And you're all going, no. Okay, now if you're looking to get pregnant, and you pick number 3, there you go. No more words. But honestly, when I'm looking at this card, to me, it's looking more of the beginnings. Pregnancy is about beginnings. Pregnancy is about creation. Pregnancy is the unknown. Why? Because you know what? The seed has been planted. You know the growth is happening, but you have no clue what you're going to get. You have no clue what you're going to get, but the beginning is there. The want has been placed, and now it's starting. You've done the fantasy. You've done the wishful thinking, and now the seed has been planted. And that's what this card's about. If you pick card number 3, the seed has been planted, and we're looking at going further. What are we creating? What are our next step? Are you going to wait? Or are you going to start going, I'm going to start to take more steps on this journey? But the seed's been planted, it's taken, and the climb is starting to happen, which is super exciting for you. Card number 4 is 8 in reverse, the nun and single women. You like that? Nun and single woman right after pregnancy. So it's immaculate. Just kidding. It's not immaculate. So unfortunately, what I'm looking at with this card, even though it says nun and single woman, this feels more like you're feeling vulnerable. You're feeling vulnerable. You're feeling without protection. I know. Everybody out there is going, I do not feel that way. And I'm a single woman. I get it. But we're kind of looking at what's popping into my head. Okay. And that's what I'm looking at, is that feeling of being vulnerable, that feeling about being not protected, that feeling of what would I do if it's going on. Okay. And you're feeling kind of alone in this world. Okay. And that's what card number 4 is about here. It's feeling alone. It's feeling as if, what am I going to do? How am I going to do this by myself? How am I going to make this work by myself? I'm feeling vulnerable. I feel like I can't get through this. Okay. This card is showing up to say, guess what? You can. This is just a generalized feeling. I feel this way today. This is what I'm feeling at this point. This does not mean it's a forever thing. It's just a right now thing. Okay. So when you're looking at this, how do I do this? Even though you are single, even though you are vulnerable, even though you feel alone, you don't need to be not powerful. Okay? Start to look at all those things about you that are powerful, that are independent, that are success on your own. All the things that you're able to do on your own. And that's what this card's about. So it's not about feeling the heavier stuff. It's starting to build yourself up to how amazing you really are. And the last card is the 9. Again, in reverse, because apparently I didn't flip them back and forth very often. So 9 in reverse, when we're looking at this says gift. And I love that, because if you picked this, it means that something's coming to you that you never expected. You never expected it. You might have put the wish out, the want for this, blah, 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 but you didn't have any clue how it was going to show up. You finally are starting to listen. You went, I need this. I want this. I desire this. And I'm just going to throw it out there and walk away. And now a gift is coming to you. Now, is it going to be exactly what you want? Maybe not, but it doesn't mean that's not going to help you further yourself along the way. So look to the fact that a gift is coming to you. Something is opening the door, whether this is something tangible or an opportunity or financial, who knows? It's whatever a gift is for you. Okay. But start to open your eyes. You might see you get a lot more gifts than you thought you'd have. So card number 1 was the desires and the wishes. Card number 2 was the messenger. Card number 3 is pregnancy or new beginnings. Card number 4 was the single woman, which is really about being independent, vulnerable, and alone. And card number 5 is the gift. Now, when I'm looking at all these cards together, I'm thinking this is one hell of an awesome week happening. Why? Because I'm not looking at it like we are now. I'm looking at it like, oh my gosh, we've already planted the seeds. We've already done that. We've already really put this together. Okay. But we're still thinking, oh my God, how is this going to happen? How am I going to make this happen? Because you're looking at yourself. You're looking at yourself going, how am I going to do this by myself? You're not. You're not. You're not by yourself in this. The world is with you. Every step of the way, there's somebody there with you, whether it's on this side or the other side. Opportunities are happening. Gifts are being handed to you. You know, help is being showing up. And trust that you're not alone. You are in the beginning stages of this. It's not like, oh my gosh, boo, yeah, this is like you just hit the $1 million lottery ticket. This is about going, hey, wait a second. We're still in the beginning stages. Why? Because you're just starting to figure this out. You're just starting to figure out your plan of attack, your plan to get through something, and you're just starting to figure it out. And that's okay. That's okay, because again, you're not by yourself. It's going to happen. Things are going to happen. Things are going to come to you. Opportunities, awareness, wisdom, whatever it might be, it's going to come to you. And it's coming this week. So look out for it. Open your mind, open your eyes, and allow whatever to come to you. Okay? With open arms. Just saying. Just saying. Okay. That deck is not as hard as I thought it was going to be. It really isn't. Especially if you're just reading the upward or the reversed or the straight up. Now, again, it also gives you the dummies to understand if the cards are in a different part of the spread, which I really, really love. Okay. I also like this because on the ace, it's like if you get 1 ace, 2 aces, 3 aces, or 4 aces, it also tells you in a spread because you will get multiple cards in a spread. And this will actually tell you what it means if you got more than one, which I really love. So this is a deck I like, guys. Again, this is the original card deck. Again, this book is heavy. This is not one you can throw in your purse. This is a book to study. And it's not going to help you just with this deck. It's going to help you to read any tarot deck out there. Very much a good book. Very much a deck I would tell people to go grab. Now, where is DeEtte this week? Oh my gosh, I've been waiting for this week, what feels like forever. I am at Broadhead Manor, the Bearded Brawl. Yes. This is going to be a really, really fun event. Can't even tell you what it's all about. A bunch of bearded guys got together to throw this event, which is awesome. It's at one of my favorite places in the world, Broadhead Manor, which I never get there enough. Trust me. It's my biggest thing going, I don't know where I'm going to find the time to get there because it's literally down the road for me. And I never have enough time to get down the road. But that's where I'm going to be, Broadhead Manor in Broadhead, Wisconsin, at the Bearded Brawl. Adeline is going to be with me. She's doing her temporary tattoos with me. Oh my God, she is such a blast. And all of her favorite, some of her favorite people are going to be there. Shelly and Blake are coming up from Texas. Their EVP. We have got, oh my God, Michael Gigliano is coming. I get to finally meet him face to face. Super excited about that. Addie is super, I told her all about Michael. She is super excited to meet Mike. Vince Killian is going to be there. I love Vince. So many other amazing people are going to be there. And just so you guys know, if you are there, I don't even know the time yet, but if you are there sometime throughout the day, and since I don't know a time, you're just going to show up and stay the day with us. We are going to have cake and ice cream and sing Addie happy birthday. Now, her birthday is not until the 9th next week, but this is June 6th. It is her golden birthday. She loves her paranormal family, and not everybody, but a good handful of them are going to be there that she knows and loves. And we are going to have some cake and ice cream and scream happy birthday to her. And again, she has no clue what's happening. And just so you know, she picked out a Harry Potter cake for it, and she had no clue she picked it out for this. She thinks she's getting this cake for her regular birthday, and she's not. And she's sharing this with all of her friends. So that's what we're doing this Saturday. They do have a meet and greet Friday night. I think it's like 4 to 8 or 4 to 6, something like that, with an investigation that night. And then again, the event is all day Saturday with another investigation on Saturday night. Either come for the events, come for the meet and greet, come for the investigation. I don't know, just come, just show up. And if I'm there, give me a hug, say hi. I am there. I am loving you guys. Okay. As always, guys, my calendar is open. It is open for the month of June and the month of July and the month of August. So you can book your readings ahead of time for the summer. Again, schedule is wide open for you guys to come in and book. And I get that little bit of advice just to kind of go forward with. That's DeEtteRanae.com, DeEtteRanae.com. I will see you all very, very soon, guys. You have a great week. I will see you next Monday morning. School Through Spirit with the Edge Network. By the way, the kids will be here all summer now. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.
there are psychic mediums, but there is nothing like DeEtte. Let's face it, we all struggle time and again. But if you seek the clarity you deserve, then you need to seek DeEtte. As a master teacher, DeEtte studied under international psychic medium Lisa Williams. Together, they not only help DeEtte better tap into spirit, but also build a long-lasting relationship. So many psychics tell us what we want to hear, and that just won't cut it with DeEtte. She tells you what you need to hear. No sugarcoating here. To book a reading with DeEtte is simple. Just visit her website, DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us. And follow the Yellow Brick Road to connect with DeEtte. Don't just sit there and ponder those questions. Ask them and let DeEtte guide you every step of the way. You need insight now, and DeEtte can help. Just visit DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us.